Hi, good evening, homeschool educators and homeschoolers. I'm Dr. Lai. Today, I'm going to go for the calculus video 4. I told you about finding the maxima, turning point uh, of the derivative. I told you this is a tough part. So I will give you more example today. And then after that, I will move to displacement, velocity, and acceleration. That is another part in the IGCSE. We test you the higher tier, only the higher tier. We test you for the calculus part. Okay, let's move on and do more exercise for that. Let me get the share screen. Okay. I need to get my time. Got it. So I will give you more example. For example, we have the y. Let me get a darker color. Y equal to x cubed minus 12x plus 17. The question asks you differentiate. Differentiate meaning derivative. Differentiate. Okay? So have a go. Remember how to differentiate an equation? Okay, I give you pause in 1 minute. Please finish the derivative. Differentiate, derivative, the same. All right, just another word. Go ahead. You are smart student. Go ahead. I'm proud of you. For my homeschool years, I had a lot of obstacles, include the obstacle of homeschooling, also the obstacle of life, more than you can imagine. But I'm very tough woman. I fought through it with my tough mind. And besides tough mind, also need to have positive mind. So my mindset is always very positive, and I'm very proud of this positive mindset. I was in a dark tunnel. No one gave me help during my homeschool time. How do I help? How could I pass those tough times? Because I have a very positive mindset, kind mindset, and this is the thing that I'm very proud of. So I believe with the kind mindset, with the positive mindset, plus the tough mindset, and also plus my ongoing learning mindset, it helped me to pass through all those tough, very, very tough obstacles and to become today's me. So that's why I'm here for you. No one guide me, no light. I was in a dark tunnel, so dark. But now I want to be the light. I want to be the bright light in your homeschool journey. I want to guide you to my successful path. That's why I'm here to give my time to offer help. Right now, actually, is 11:30. I just finished my meeting. I have an intensive meeting today, and also I have my work to do, but I still use my spare time to do it because I want to be your light in your dark tunnel. Okay, let's go ahead to do that. So we do derivative. dy dx equal to, remember what I do? Use the power rule. So this 3 in front, 3x squared. We're done with the first term. Okay, let me underline it. Okay, so you've done this. And then we will go for the second term right here. Okay, as I told you, if degree 1, you just throw away the variable and leave the coefficient in front, and that would be your answer. And the last one would be your constant. What happened? Derivative of a constant derivative of a constant, this meaning derivative, okay? It meaning zero, okay? And this one is actually using power rule. Okay, if you don't know what am I doing now, please look back to the video one. Okay, then you will know what am I doing. So that would be your answer for the derivative. Okay, so it is 3x squared minus 12. You are done. Okay, and the first question asking you to find dy dx, the derivative. Okay, you are done with A. A is asking you find dy dx. So you are done with A. This is the answer of A. And then B, what did they want you to do? B, it is find the gradient of the curve at B. Okay, so you have a curve. Yeah, this curve they're given to you. You have x-axis, you have y-axis, you have 0. This is the curve A, and then pass through here, here B, and then go down here. So this point is B. This point is A. This is given by the question. And this point is C. Okay. So this is, you see, a one up turning point, two turning point. So it has to be degree 3 because degree 3 has 2 turning point. Degree 2 parabola have 1 turning point. All right. And that is the way we see the curve. Okay. I want to find the gradient in here, right? This is the question, gradient. Okay, remember, I told you before, derivative, what does it mean? It meaning gradients. So if once you understand this point, gradient, actually, let me write it nicely for you. Gradient actually equal to dy dx. Okay? So then you would be fine, especially the dy dx at the x point. Okay, so look at this B. What is the x point? Very clearly, the x coordinate is 0. We don't need to know what is the y because when we find the gradient, we need the x point. We know that the x is equal to 0. So want you to find the gradient. So gradient would be equal to, this is the answer. Okay, equal to dy dx. Gradient is equal to derivative. We solve at the x point. The x is equal to 0. So this is your derivative. And that means given that x equal to 0, that means put in 0 to this equation. Okay, here, right here. So 3, whenever you see x, you put in 0 minus 12. Okay, so x times the thing will be equal to 0, so negative 12. So your gradient is actually negative 12. Okay, do you understand? So the gradient actually is the derivative at the x point, x coordinate. All right, so you set it equal to the x coordinate, and this is your gradient, dy dx is your gradient, and put x equal to 0 because this point is 0 into it, and then you will have your gradient. Okay? So take a minute to look over it. Okay? And then I will move on the C part of it. All right? C part of this question. The C part of this question asking you to find the coordinate of A and C. Find the coordinate A and C. How do I find the coordinate of A and C? You remember A and C, how do we call it? We call it turning point or stationary point, right? What is this characteristic of turning point and stationary point? Can you tell me? Homeschool educator and homeschooler, do you remember the one thing, one special personality of the turning point? What is it? The dy dx equal to 0. That is the character of the turning point. Once you understand that, you can solve it right away. Okay, let me, so this is the question. A part, B part has C part as well. Now I'm solving the C part. I have to erase it. And, okay. So I get the C part for you. So the C part would be find the coordinate of A and C. Okay, so they want to find A and C. Remember what I told you? A and C are called the turning point. Okay, let me mark for you. So this is actually the turning point. In mathematics, we call turning point. You also need to know another name. Sometimes we use stationary point. It means the same, but just really want to test you, do you know it? Okay, and they have one specific characteristic. Your dy dx would be equal to 0. So in this point, dy dx would be equal to 0. Okay, once you understand that, you will be able to solve it, how to get the coordinate of it. So we done it before that. We say the derivative of here, let me put back the derivative first, okay? Would be 3x squared minus 12, right? This is what we get from the previous question, right? So we just set the derivative at turning point. This is the working solution for C. Remember the presentations, very important, okay? So dy dx, so follow me. When you don't know how, follow me. I guide you for the 9. So the step which I'm writing, they are necessary for you to get 9, the top mark in IGCSE. So just follow my way to present your mathematics working step, all right? So we have 3x squared minus 12 equal to 0 because this is the derivative answer, and we know that equal to 0, so just put it equal to 0 and solve this quadratic equation. Degree 2 is called quadratic equation, okay? So 3x squared, and what am I going to do is transpose. I told you already. This process is called transpose, okay? Let me give you the rule of transpose in case you don't know, but I suppose you know because that is the beginning of algebra. But don't worry about it, okay? After finish teaching you calculus, I will go back to something easier for you. The toughest question for IGCSE question, it is calculus. Calculus always meaning smart student, okay? When you say, I'm taking calculus, I'm doing calculus, everyone around the world will assuming you are very smart. Another section by GCSE, which is a little bit tough, it would be vector. Vector is tough too, okay? Or the Venn diagram, some students find it is tough too, okay, because it involves logic, all right? But don't worry, I will walk you through the tough part. And I also will walk you through the easy part. I will help you. I'm here for your light, bright and shiny light to help you to pass through your tunnel, to help you to get 9 in your IGCSE exam and enter into the university. If in the future, when you apply to university, you need someone recommend you. come to me, approach me. But on the condition, I need to see you have good exam result. And I need to see you, the determination, want to enter into the uni. Then I will write the recommendation letter to support you, support your application process. I'm always here for you and with you. So don't worry about it. Okay? So we transpose that what I say. I want to tell you the transpose, sorry, not transport, transpose, a rule of transpose. Okay? This is your equation. This is actually something very essential for doing the pre-algebra. If you have a pass, this sign I indicate transpose. When you transpose to the other side, it will become negative, okay? And when you have negative, when you transpose to the other side, you will become positive. When you have divided, you transpose to the other side, you will become times. Okay, I need one more. There are not enough line. When you have a times, you transpose to the other side, it will become divided. Okay, so that is the rule of transpose the thing. Okay, remember it. Okay, so I have a negative, I transpose to the other side, I will become plus. So here, it meaning 3 times x squared. I have a times transpose to the other side, times transpose the other side become divided. So I have x squared equal to 4, okay? And I told you to finish this, what is it? This is an even root. This is even power. Even power, what is it? Okay, I to cancel it, I just plus minus square root. Even, all even power, you have to do plus minus, okay? So plus minus, we finish this square, okay? 4. All right, so press your calculator. When you press your calculator, the calculator don't have the plus or minus. You press your calculator, you just do that. Or if you already remember that it's 2, then fantastic, okay? The plus or minus still there. Okay, so you will have a 2. When you press the calculator, this actually would be equal to 2. So x equal to, this meaning x equal to positive negative 2. That means you have 2 answers. X equal to 2, x equal to negative 2. All right. So right here. Okay, so we got the answer. They asked you to find the coordinate. I told you coordinate. What does it mean? Remember in the previous video what I said? Coordinate. This is a coordinate. X, Y is a coordinate. Okay, you must put X first, then Y, right? Here we know that we have X. We have 2 solutions of X. X equal to 2, X equal to negative 2. That means we have to find Y. How can we find Y? Okay, when x equal to 2, put in this equation, put in the original equation, okay? They say differentiate that one, okay? Put in that one, so y would be equal to, y would be equal to 2 third power minus 12, 2 plus 17. Whenever you see the x, you put in 2. Whenever see the x, you put in 2, and then you will have 1. Press your calculator, you will get 1, all right? So this is one of your answer, but you have 2, right? I told you x equal to 2, positive 2, x equal to negative 2. So say again, when x equal to negative 2, so y would be equal to negative 2, 3 minus 12, negative 2 plus 17. Right, I hope, let me try. I try not to put this one here. Let me box the What's the question? It would be easier for you to see that way. Okay, this is the question. What's it? Okay, let me write it smaller. Then you don't feel confused about it. Okay, so y equal to, this time is -2, third power plus 12, -2 plus 17. So you got, pass your calculator, you got 33, okay? So you are done with it. So what is the coordinate of A? Therefore, A would be equal to, A is here. A must be negative. Okay, you have x equal to 2. X equal to 2 must be here. You have to look back to the graph, okay? You know that this is 0, this sign is positive, this sign is negative, right? Okay, assuming you know. But if you don't know, wait a minute, I will go back to talk about the coordinate, all right? So, so here would be, let's go this point first, okay? X equal to 2, you see? And y equal to 1. So remember, when you write the coordinate, x comes first and y comes second. So this is A, all right? Oh, sorry, I overlooked it. This would be C, okay? C, okay? Let's put the C there. See, you have to be careful, okay? I just talk to you and then I come back, I forget things. That's why we have to be careful when we do math. We have to check. We have to check the graph. Okay, the positive one, positive x would be C point. So C would be 2 and 1, 2 and 1. So the graph have problem. Yeah, at that point it will not be 2 and 1. Okay, I draw the graph wrong. Sorry about it. We sometimes make mistake, okay, because of careless mistake. Now, it's above the 0, okay? It's okay to make careless mistake. It's okay, but we have to final check our error. So, okay, so don't worry, okay? We are human. We are not perfect robot. So sometimes making some silly mistake is okay, just as long as you have to double check and doing the correction and no stress with mistake. Okay? Mistake is a learning process. And sometimes careless is also make you learn. Oh, I need to go back to be more in detail. All right? So remember, life is not about stress. When you stress, you will not be successful. Life is about happiness. All right? Take every process, no matter mistake, failure, anything as a learning process and see as a way to redirect you to the correct path of success. All, no matter life or study, everything come is good. All right? Because that would be your experience, enjoying the process. In the end, when you look back to your life, back to your study, what is the most important? It's not your result. Your result will come when you put positive experience, when you accept everything, it's a journey of learning and improve it. Something you find is not good, improve it and not feel stressed when you make a mistake. When you make a mistake, meaning that you know that you're not good enough, right? You improve it. And with a positive mind, I always emphasize positive mindset and happy mindset for study, for life. Homeschool educator, if you teaching your kid at home, also need to be positive and happy. The family happy, everything will be right. Will be going in the positive direction. If your mindset is stressed, unhappy, everything will go in the wrong direction. So if you want to do things right, the first thing is correct your mindset, calm your mindset. Okay, be positive and put in positive energy every day. And even when teach your kid to be positive. Okay, teach your kid to be happy. teach your kid to take all the learning journey as an experience to improve themselves. All right. So I put here, so it is 2 and 1. That would be correct. Okay, assuming this is 1 and 2 and 1. Okay, so this is correct point. And also I have the point A. The point A would be equal to A is this point when x equal to -2. Look back at it. -2 is right. Okay, and then y is 33. So it could be right as well. Is right as well. So this would be my answer. The A is -2 and 33. The C is 2 and 1. So question solved, right? So you see the IGCSE calculus question is about the same, all about the same. All right. So, all right. So next page, I will spend a little time to talking about the coordinate. I worry about you don't know what is the coordinate, but I will talk about it. And then I will move on next example. All right. Okay. This is the coordinate. This is the rectangular plane. All right. So this is X and Y, and we have 0. Every time when we draw it, we need to have the x-axis, y-axis, and the 0. Okay, for example, this point, okay, this point here is 2. This point here is 3. On the y-axis, 3. So this coordinate would be, remember, x-axis come first, and then y-axis, 3, 2, 3. Okay, you always remember it has to be coordinate always come with the x come first, x-axis come first, and y-axis come after. All right. So assuming here is -4, so this side is negative, left hand side is negative. Okay, right hand side is positive, up is positive, down is negative. So let me write down up, it is positive, right is positive number, and left is negative, and down is also negative number. Okay, so this is the conclusion of the rectangular plan. This is rectangular plan. All right. So so for example, you have a coordinate right here. All right. So what is the point? You have a point right here. X is meaning the point. What is the coordinate? The coordinate is -4. Okay, x is -4. What is y? Y is nothing, 0. Right? Y is nothing. Okay. So so as I told you, down here is negative, right? Down is negative. Let me mark it for you. Okay. You see, this is negative. This is negative. And the black color axis is the positive, right? So assuming I have a point right here, okay, and this one I say -4. Okay, this is -4. So what is this point? This point would be, the coordinate would be x is 2, x come first, y is 4, so y is -4, so -4, 2, -4. All right, and that is the way we find the coordinate. All right, hope you understand what I meaning by coordinate. I believe you understand long time ago, but I just give you a little help you to recap your knowledge. Okay, help you to recap your knowledge. It's a little cold tonight. Okay. All right. Oh gosh. Press the wrong key. Don't worry. Okay, again. I hope it's still there. Yeah. Okay. Huh? I pressed the wrong one again. No worry. Okay, I should press the bean. Sometimes we make silly mistake. I tell you. I also make silly mistake as well, but doesn't matter. No stress. See it as a fun thing. oh, so fun. I do this. Happiness is the key for everything. So I'm lucky. My daughter has the same character as me, see everything as very positive, very happy. We always know how to find happiness in life, happiness in study. So that's why we never quarrel. We don't quarrel. We we have intellectual discussion. We dance together. She's even be able to teach me about life. She's quite mature. I'm very proud with Paris because I put a lot of effort in teaching her not only about study during the homeschool period. I also teach her life. My way of teaching her is lead by example. That means actually very important. You want your daughter to be what kind of people in the society? You show your daughter. Lead by example is the best leadership style. You want her to be happy, show her your happiness. You want her to be positive, so you are a positive person. On the other hand, you want your child to be grumpy, show your emotion, negative emotion. They just mimic us, imitate us, for our daily life behavior. So lead by example is very important. Everyone's life has obstacle. I have a lot of obstacle in my life, very huge one. You can never believe it. To cope with it, positive mind. All right. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Positive mindset, kindness, and sincere will be always your protection. Even sometimes you meet some obstacle, but because of this pure heart, there is something will protect you. Trust me for that. I journey life. I understand life. All right, I don't talk about too much life. Maybe when in the education talk, I talk with you. I tell you my life obstacle. I will share with you as a laughing to tell you, okay? Because all those journey are good journey to me. Even it was quite pain, I can tell you quite pain life journey. But those journey empower me to be today's me, today's Dr. Vivien. Okay, just never give up. Go ahead. Mm. All right, let me see. Maybe I do a little differentiation, okay, before I go in the other, something uh, simple, differentiate with, sometimes they will say differentiate with respect to X. What does this mean? It just asks you doing dy dx. This is the meaning dy dx. The meaning of this sentence is just like that, okay? So they give you a 5 over x. So as you differentiate it, so I will put it into the other color to show you how you do it, okay? So the step, please follow my step, okay? You assign a y to it first, okay? You have 5 over x, okay? And then you change it because change into the index format. Now, right now, it's not in the index format, okay? Remember the index rule, okay? If you have a to the negative, I put in another color, negative m power, it will be equal to, I always ask you, imagine this one will be 1 over, okay? 1 over a to n, all right? 1 over a to the n power. So here, change it, 5x. This is actually 1. I told you already, x, it meaning x to the first power. So x to the negative 1 power. So this is index format, right? First, change it to be index format first. And then second, doing the derivative, dy dx equal to, what do you do? Throw this negative in front times the coefficient, negative 5. And then the n minus 1, negative 2. So you are done. But I told you already, in mathematics, by habit, okay, we won't want to have a negative index. That's our answer. So we change it back to be positive. So dy dx would be equal to negative 5. Let me put it nicely. Negative 5 over x to the second power. You've got a perfect answer now. Negative 5 over x to the second power. So now you have this way fraction running, right? Oh, okay. And now you have a positive answer here. And would be a very beautiful answer for mathematics. All right. This is a rule. I box it. All right. Remember, if you do not give something in index format, please make it become index format before your derivative. Okay, and then you do the derivative according to what rule we are using. Here, only using power rule. Okay, power rule is x to the n power derivative equal to n times x, n minus 1. This is the power rule. Okay, so that's it. Okay, let me box it nicely. Right. Yeah, done. All right, good. Easy? Is it easy? Okay. Yeah, done, right? Take a little time, look over it. All right. And understand the logic. And please follow my way of doing it. All right. I told you the way to present the mathematics, very important. But don't just jump to the answer. Presentation is important. It is showing your logic. All right. And I will go for next question. Okay. Mhm. Okay, B. All right, so 3 root x, asking you differentiate with respect to x. That means ask you find dy dx, right? Step 1, what you do? Y, this is the solution. This is the way of working. Please follow. Assign a y to it, okay? 3 root x, okay? And what happened? This is not in index format. Please change it to index format. Maybe you say, oh, what is this thing? Square root. What is this thing? How can I change to index format? I'm teaching you now, so don't worry. Told you, I walk you through everything that you don't know, all right? So, for example, we have root A. What does this mean? Actually meaning this is 1. And let me use other color, make it different. This is to have a 1, right? Before I told you A actually is called A to the power 1, right? But we won't write A to the power 1 because that is not professional, not someone study math, we're doing it, all right? And also here, actually, he done a 2 there. And let me put in other color so make you understand it. I love color. Color give me beautiful feeling of teaching and also let the student feel, oh, so colorful, so nice, so interesting to learn something. So hidden the 2 there, but we won't write it. So actually, if root A, actually meaning root here, square root A. This is square root A or root A. You can read square root A or root A is the same, all right? So square, that means 2, right? So we don't put the 2 there, okay? It's something, again, not professional, not someone study math will put it in there. So what does this mean in terms of index, okay? So this one, we put it on the up part, okay? And we think of a fraction. And the 2, we put it in the down part. So it meaning A to the 1 over 2 power. Remember, all right? So what about if I have a root a, for example, this is 2 power, and this is a 5, okay? Root 5, the 5th power of root, okay? So what we do, in meaning a, let me get another word. So, meaning a, okay? Remember what I said? This one on the top, okay? And this one, the bottom. So it meaning 2 over 5. A to the 2 over 5 power. That's what it means, right? It's a fraction. This is a fraction. You have A over B. This is a fraction. This fraction. This fraction. Okay, so your index is a fraction. Remember how we call this? Numerator. And how we call this? Denominator. All right, so that is it. Okay, once you understand this one, so you will turn this one into y equal to 3x to the what? 1 over 2 power. And now you do the derivative, dy dx, and throw this one in front 2 times 3, right? Fold this one in front 2 times 3. What do you have? 1 over 2 times 3. It is 3 over 2. And x, and this minus 1, what do you have? 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 minus 1, negative 1 over 2. All right, so as I told you, you don't want to have negative power by habit. So what you do, change it into positive power. So 3 over 2, 3 over 2, over here, we put the root here, x. Okay, so put it down to be positive power. So is this, if you put it down, actually would be like this. Okay, let me write it nicely for you. But we don't really need to do that, but I show you first. Let me show you first before come to here. X to the 1 over 2. I told you negative will be positive, right? Let me write it bigger for you first. 3 over 2, and that would be nice, right? But you could put in this format. This format is also okay. Okay, if you want to put in a square root, also fine. So that would be your answer. Okay, 3 over 2 x to the 1 over 2 power, 3 over 2 x to the 1 over 2 power, or you could put your answer 3 over 2 square root of x is the same. All right, it's the same. Both answer means the same. All right. So if you understand what I told you before, you will understand this. All right. Is it okay? Do you understand? It could be this answer. It could be this answer. All right. They mean the same. All right. Great. Fantastic. All right. Okay. Please take a look of it, and then I will go for the next question. All right. I give you time to digest the information. If too much to take, no worry. Okay, just go back to watch again. I told you many times, video lesson have a good thing. You can watch it again and again. The main thing, every time when you listen to my lecture, you should have a notebook, and you should learn how to take note. Note taking is very important for a good student. Okay, mark down the thing that I wrote on the board, and also anything I taught to you, you can mark it down as well. Okay, I'm the teacher. I do not like to talk a lot of things which is not useful. The thing that I teach you would be the key thing that you need to get top score. That is my way of teaching. I don't like to bring you traveling along. I like to make everything simple. and easy for you to reach your target. All right. And this is my strength as well as a teacher. All right. Okay. So let's go for our next question. All right. I erased everything. So I forgot to do one more erase. Is the B. We are going for C. So when you see yourself doing something silly, laugh, smile. That is life. Huh? That is study. Enjoy every moment. Enjoy everything you do. And you will find your passion in it. And you will find your happiness in it. Remember, striving force for life, for study is happiness and positive attitude. Hmm? That is the best driving force. And that passion, when you're passionate about your study, when you're passionate about what you do, you will feel happy. You will want to contribute more. You will achieve more. Right now, I feel very passionate. I feel very happy. Even I'm sleepy. Even I'm actually, you see, this is the cup. And inside actually is black coffee. I drink black coffee in order to keep myself awake. But I'm happy because I feel I'm doing something good. I share my knowledge with you. I I be the light, be the torch of your homeschool journey. All right. I feel happy for my contribution. So when I teach you, I feel very happy. I feel very passionate for doing it. That is my happiness to drive me to go on. All right. So next question. X C is x plus 4 times bracket x plus 4. Okay. So the first step we have to distribute. Okay. I give you the term again. Okay. You may be teaching your kid a lot, but you don't know the math term. What math teacher would be using? Runny nose too cold. What teacher would be using? I teach you all. Okay, I empower you to be a teacher, a good math teacher. All right, so we have x plus 4. Okay, let me not use x. I use a and b. Okay, a, b plus c. Okay, and this process is called, in mathematics, we call distribute. Go this times this, go this times this. This process is called distribute. Okay, distribute. So you will hear me to use the word distribute. Okay, so become A times B plus A times C. So this process is called distribution. Okay. So now we are going to do the distribute. Okay. The first thing when we do is we need to write down the question first. Always is a good habit. First, I assign a y to it. Okay. So black color is the solution. Y equal to x plus 4. So distribute times in x squared times in plus 4x. Okay, so remember a to the third power, actually what does it mean? It meaning a times a times a. Okay, so a to the fourth power, what does it mean? A times a times a times a fourth time. Okay, so this actually involves the index law. I give you something about the index. Okay, so let's see the index law. So a to the m power times a to the m power. What does it mean? Meaning a n plus m. This is index law. Okay, we have a few of index law. I will introduce to you little by little. Okay, so here you see from the example, you see x times x when we distribute x times x, that means x to the first power plus 1. 1 plus 1, the index plus together. So is x to the 2, and that is y is x to the second power. Okay, that is the reason of here. All right, assuming you don't know why, I explained to you. But if you know why, just see it as a revision. All right, it doesn't matter. All right, it's always good that I help you to revise something you already know it and make you have more firmer knowledge about it. All right. So now we are done. Everything is in the index format. What you are going to do next step? Differentiate. Let's do it. dy dx equal to, throw this index up, power rule 2x. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we are done with this one. And then the next one, 4x. Okay, I told you if it's first power, what happened? Throw away the variable, go away. We only have the coefficient in front, so plus 4. So we are done. All right, the derivative is done with this question. Is it okay? Can you understand? Yes, right? If you can't understand, no worry. I already renamed my video. I say calculus video 1, calculus video 2, calculus video 3, and this would be, I name it calculus video 4. You just watch it, follow the sequence of it, and you will be able to understand it. Remember one thing, all right? Watch it, take note, and then practice the question. If you don't practice, your mind won't retain the memory. And when you're learning something new, you don't have to be hurried. Little by little at a time, okay? I already make it very simple for you to understand. And you finish my video, maybe about 6 video, you will be able to score, do all the question for your IGCSE higher tier, okay, for the calculus part, okay? You don't have to waste a lot of time with it. Just follow my suggestion, take notes, and understand what I taught you, follow my step of working, and also practice the question, every question example that I do, and then once you understand, write down the question on the paper and then do it yourself and then check with my answer. Practice makes perfect. Remember that. All right? You have to practice. I cannot do the practice for you. I can empower you with the knowledge, with the technique, but the practice part must be on you. All right? If you want to be good at something, you have to practice it. Remember what I said. Effort is important. Okay? And let me see. All right, I will give you one more example of this. Then I will end this lesson. And then next part, I will talk about the displacement, velocity, and acceleration. And that is another part of calculus for the IGCSE. All right? And that should be end for the IGCSE. All right? Or if one more video, just help you to do a revision of it. And that is enough knowledge for you to do all the IGCSE calculus question. Okay, let's go for another question. A curve has equation y equal to x cubed 3x squared minus 24x, right? So A part is find dy dx. Okay, so what you are going to do first when you want to do the working out, I would highly recommend you write down the equation first. Now, pink color is the working out. Okay, follow my way. So y equal to x to the cube, copy the question first, 3x second power minus 24x. Okay, dy dx. Okay, I pause for 1 minute. Let me cheers. Have a cup of coffee first. Can you see the cup? Yeah. Mm, I love this cup. It's beautiful. So learn how to enjoy, appreciate everything around you, and you will have a very happy mindset. Even a very small thing, I can be very happy. The same as my daughter. A small, small thing will think as a big happiness. Happy mindset is very important. Hmm. Okay, so this in front, 3x to the second power, and I'm done with this. Okay, I'm done with this. And then I go for next one. Here, so this in front, 2 times 3 6x. 2 minus 1 is 1, so we don't write, okay? I assume you can follow me. Huh? This is degree 1, just throw away degree 1, leaving the coefficient. We are done. Calculus is done. So easy. 3x second power plus 6x minus 22. We are done with the derivative. So differentiation is that easy. Okay, and then B. Let me write down what do they want you to do. B. So we are done with A. I don't erase it because we have enough space for doing B. Okay, so B, they want to find let me put B right here first. Then I have enough space. Sometimes I have to plan the space because the screen is small. Find the coordinates. Remember what I told you, coordinate. Of the turning point of the curve. Okay, so first you must understand what is turning point. What is turning point? Hmm? Turning point is here. This is curve 3. Curve 3 must have 1, 2, like this. All right? That is the characteristic of curve 3. All right? It has to be here, degree 3. Okay? If degree 2, y equal to x to the second power, this is degree 2, plus 3x plus 4. So your curve, it has to be like this. Only have one of them. Okay? And that is the thing. All right. So what is turning point? This part is the turning point, right? The top is the turning point. And here is the turning point, right? What is the characteristic? What is the personality of turning point? Everything has its personality. For me, the personality, happy, positive, and I want to be kind, and I'm kind, and I love that. All right, because willing to help the other is a very good personality. I want to keep that, and I'm happy for that. All right. So for the turning point, what is the personality of it? What is the characteristic of it? Is dy over dx must be equal to 0. Once you understand that, nothing is difficult. All right. So now let's erase that and start by working. So, okay. So blue is my working step. Okay. So we know that our derivative is here. So you better say at turning point, clearly present your idea, not just throw a bunch of calculation and then without explanation. Okay, a good student when doing the math need to know how to present the math. Sometimes we need to write some English as well and make the teacher mark you, understand your logic, understand what you are doing. So at turning point, dy dx equal to 0. So this is our dy dx, 3x squared plus 6x minus 24 equal to 0. Okay. And actually for this, you can press your calculator. Okay, that process is called factorization. You could pass your calculator to do the factorization. I have to check, can I input a calculator in there? Factorization is a very important part as well. A lot of students using manual way to do factorization. You don't have to really. Your school may teach you using manual way at the beginning, but when you're taking the exam, you're really stupid if you using the manual way. It's not smarter. It's make you slower. What is your purpose of the exam? You pass the exam with top grade and with the shortest time, right? You must understand your purpose when you're doing something. Then you put in the right strategy, and then you can achieve your goal. All right. The same, even you go for DSE, at the beginning, the teacher will use the course portal to do it. Maybe a few lessons or maybe a week lesson. Okay, and then after that, you don't, you don't. Okay, I see a lot of Form 5 students still use mental, eventually doing the math very wrong, very long, very long. And then Form 6, they have to take the DSE exam. And they're still using the mental. And they don't even know there is a function in their calculator can help them quickly to solve the quadratic equation, because quadratic equation is a very important part of their DSE study, of the high school study. No matter your IGCSE or your DSE student, the same. Algebra is a very important part. Okay, doing quadratic equation, very important part. So learn how to use your weapon. I always say the calculator is your weapon. I got to find, can I put it on in soon, and then a calculator that you will be able to bring into the you should bring into the IGCSE. Actually, there is a calculator that is very good for the IGCSE, very good weapon, help you to win the IGCSE exam. All right. I try to find it online, see whether I can put it soon. At this moment, I can't, but I just give you the answer. I will try to figure out a way to teach you via soon how to do the factorization, because that part is very important. By using the calculator, it will help you speed up your process for solving a question, like this kind of question. All right. So if you use the calculator, you will have x plus 4, x minus 2. All right, you will have this, okay? And then let me explain a little bit in mathematics. If we have a times b equal to 0, this meaning times, okay? Sometimes when people doing higher mathematics, we prefer this times, okay? We have many ways to do times. We could use a, b equal to 0, or a times b equal to 0. The bracket thing also meaning times, all right? Or the elementary thing, but this, for people study higher mathematics, we seldom use this one. Times b equal to 0. Okay, those are all meaning times. Okay, right now I use this, okay? And the rule says that a would be equal to 0, or b would be equal to 0. This is the rule in mathematics, okay? All right, okay. So what does it mean? In meaning, you have x plus 4 equal to 0. This is a, this is b, or x minus 2 equal to 0. This is b equal to 0. A times b equal to 0. Meaning a would be equal to 0, b equal to 0, according to the math rule that I gave to you. So x would be transpose this one to here, negative 4, and transpose the negative 2 to other side, 2. Okay, so once you get your x, all right, and get your x, you get your y then, right? In order to get the coordinate, you have to get your y too. How to get your y? Put back to the original y equation. So y would be equal to, whenever you see x and you put in negative 4 q plus, whenever you see x, you put in negative 4. Whenever you see x, you put in negative 4. So you will have press your calculator. you will have 80. And let me put this one up to here a little bit, then I have more space. Then I can line up the thing for you, okay? So it's good to line up the thing. X minus 2 equal to 0, so x equal to 2. So put y equal to, again, in this here. Okay, your x is 2, put 2 into the x position. And plus 3, 2 to the second power, minus 24, 2 times 2, right? This is the way to do times, right? Pass your calculator, you will have negative 28, a negative 28. So now I erase back this thing. You should have the record on there, okay? So I'm done with the question. So I need to write the conclusion of it, okay? So here, therefore, x would be equal the coordinate, both coordinate. They didn't say what coordinate. So the coordinate, so we have negative 4 and go with the y is 80. And we also have another point is 2 and negative 28. 2 and negative 28. So we are done with it. Those are the coordinate they want. Find the coordinate of the turning point. Those are the 2 turning points. They didn't have a graph for you to puppet the turning point like previous question. So you just put it in here like that. Okay, if you want to do it nicely, therefore the coordinate of the turning point and that would be a very perfect answer because you write it as some English to you. This would be a totally AA star answer. All right? Is it okay? Do you understand? You have 2 turning points, negative 4 and 80, and also 2, negative 28. All right? Those would be your turning point. All right? Understand? Okay. So, yeah, good. Let me see, do I have anything more? And actually, I take the question from the IGCSE actual question to teach you. So you'll be fine. Maybe I would teach you, do a little more for differentiation. Okay, a few more questions. And next lesson would be for displacement, speed, and acceleration. Okay, and that would be the final part of calculus that you have to be examining the IGCSE. All right, unless you want to take further and pure math, IGCSE, that would be a tough part. Okay, and that further and pure math would be similar to your A-level. Similar to your A-level exam. All right. My daughter, she took the further and pure math. I think that was, she was maybe 11 or 12 for the IGCSE, maybe about that age. Okay. So why she can do it? Because she has me. I'm a great teacher for math. And that is the thing I'm proud of. I actually like to simplify everything and get the core to teach her the core. And I have a strategy for get her to pass the exam with good grade. I really don't like to something maybe a year I can teach it finish in a month. And she doesn't need to work. She didn't need to work really hard as well. So she always tell Mom, thank you. You give me a childhood that because in my childhood I can play, I can have fun, I can play games, I can watch my TV. Because the actual study time for the homeschooling, because it's one-on-one, it's actually every day she study about 3 hours in the past during the homeschool time, and the rest is her time. She can have fun. She can do whatever she wants. Yeah, there is the benefit of homeschooling. It's one-on-one teaching. But of course, I have to do a lot of work. When the time she sleep, I actually prepare the material. tailor-make the material right to her level of study. And that I did a lot of preparation to create a curriculum for her. And that was my effort. So homeschool educator, you can do it as well. Okay. Add passion, add hardworking, add the love when you teach your kid. And remember, add happiness. Don't be tense while you're teaching. When you're being tense, you ruin everything. Bring joys in learning. Okay. Praise for mistake. Praise for learning failure. It doesn't matter. We all make mistakes. Even you, me, make mistake. What do you expect your kid? You expect they are perfect? Perfect, then you don't need to learn. Understand what I mean? Encouragement, motivation, inspiration, and also teach by example is forever the best teaching pedagogies. All right, not pushing, not like tiger mom, don't do it. All right, helicopter mom, no, ruin the mindset of the kid. You won't have a positive kid. Your kid won't have a nice childhood. Bring happiness, bring joy in your daily life. You may think it's difficult, but you will be able to find your balance. Remember, laugh at everything, even mistake. Just laugh together with your kid. Please learn how to tease yourself. All right? You make mistake, tease yourself and have a good laugh, the same as me. I make mistakes, silly mistake, I tease at myself. You will one day find your right mindset to be success. Trust me for that. Okay. I do a few more differentiation. Differentiate with respect. Today may be a long video. With respect to X. Okay, so A, we want to differentiate X bracket X squared minus X. Okay, remember what I told you? The first thing you do is put a Y in it, write down the question. Y equal to X squared minus X. Okay, and then you distribute. Okay, X to the cube, right? Use the index law. Let me write the cube nicely. X to the cube. And this X times X, X to the second power, index law. And then now you dy dx. And then throw this in front, 3x. And 3 minus 2, 3 minus 1, 2, power rule. Okay, so we done this one. The first one, we did it. And now the second one, okay, throw this one in front, negative 2x. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. We don't need to write. So our answer is 3x to the second power minus 2x. We're done with the derivative. Mark your final answer. Question number 2. 1 over x. Okay, this is the question. Ask you differentiate 1 over x. First step 1, the purple color one, write down, give a y, assign a y to it. Okay, as I told you already, what happened to it? We need to put it in the index format. So change it to be index format before your derivative. Okay, and then what am I going to do? I could use y pi, or I could use dy dx. It's the same, right? Remember? Okay, so throw this way in front. Okay, and this one, minus n minus 1, minus 1 minus 2. Okay, so derivative would be equal to negative x, negative 1 over x. Put in the positive power 1 over x to the second power. Done. Okay, that would be done. Okay, remember when you have negative a over b, actually you could write it negative in the middle, a over b, or it's the same as a over negative b. They are the same thing, okay? But of course, people prefer this way, all right? So as a final answer. So you see, I put it right there. All right. So perfect. Is it okay? Okay, right. Now you are smart, right? Hmm? So if you have anything you don't understand, always can ask me. All right. I'm here for you. Remember, you're not alone. I will be your torch. I will be the bright light in the dark tunnel for your homeschool journey. I will guide you through to the end of your successful homeschool journey. 加油！加油！Okay, bye bye.